Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be looking at division rivals, how to climb higher in it, and just some general advice. So, the first place to start is with your team. This is my road to glory right now. I packed Rafael. You can see their first owner, untradeable, from one of the 100k objective packs last night. So I literally just packed him. I haven't changed my team since. I definitely need to work around him to get him in the team. He is pretty much the best player in my team. It's him or Diani, but he's pretty insane. Like, someone as good as him when you've got them untradeable, you need them in your team, basically. Diani's tradable, so I think she might be better than him. It's going to be pretty close, but I might have to sell her just to try to fit him in the team, use the coins better. But team is important. That is a first place to start when it comes to division rivals. I'll show you where I'm in rivals before we talk a bit more about the team. At the moment, I am Div 5. It's pretty good. It's above the average. This is not an excuse, or you can see if you've watched my stream. I would 100% be in Division 4 right now, but I've played quite a bit of co-op with one of my friends, and for some reason there's a bug right now in co-op where the person who's hosting, they don't get this. So he has a much better team than mine, so that's been helpful when we play co-op together. But when you play with someone else, at least I've had it 5-6 times at least, we've been winning, and then out of nowhere it just says I've DC'd. Doesn't say that I've actually DC'd, like I don't get kicked out of Ultimate Team. I just go straight to the menu, but it just says your team has forfeited due to not enough players or something. He doesn't get a loss, but it gives me a loss, so I go backwards one, and I lose the 2-game win streak. Like, he's played about the same as me, and he's Div 3, because he keeps getting the win streaks and not losing them, but I'm losing the win streak and going backwards. So I would be at least Div 4, maybe Div 3 right now if it wasn't for that bug. And I'm getting a lot better at the game. When I play by myself, I've got a lot better. My team's improved a bit. Team is definitely important, but that's one piece of advice that I'd give for division rivals. Play co-op with a friend. Part of it with co-op for me is just that I have more fun. And when I have more fun, I enjoy the game more. I want to play it more. So generally, that is a good piece of advice I could give you guys that I think will be very helpful. The team is important. It goes without saying to some extent, but if you want to climb higher and do better, use players that are good. I really like this year that I feel that this is probably the best I've seen in a long time in terms of you can use a variety of players. I would not have dreamed of using a 66 pace centre-back before. Is it an issue not having high pace at times? Definitely. Will Rafael, if he gets ahead of you, all stay ahead? Yes. But it's not as bad as previous years where players can just run in a straight line and just destroy you for pace. It's still, Mbappe will still cause issues at times, but you can get away with slower players a lot more. So I would say someone like Ruben Diaz is actually fairly good on this game. But when it comes to picking your players, pick based on the stats. Having good stats is important. So Pender's an 82. Are you sick to death of getting out-teamed on FC24? Want that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out iggm.com today. The best and most reliable place to get coins for your ultimate team. Use the link in the description and code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out iggm.com today. But when you look at him with a finisher, and make sure you look at how a player looks with chem style, because you might see a player and might be like, 79 shooting, bit of an issue, maybe ruins the card. But he's got the pace already. With finisher, he's got 95 finishing, good enough shot power, and he's elite on the ball for the price he is anyway. And he's good physical. He's got decent weak foot, and he's got some of the best play styles in the game. Finesse shot, rapid, quick step Trivela. Gives him a lot of the stuff you need for a striker. So make sure you really do look at that. If you watch my videos, I talk a lot in my videos about play styles, meta players. I'm doing a defender tier list later tonight. But getting the right team in place will make a big difference and really help you climb. Some stuff like gold quick step on your wingers, Trivela, to allow them to hit those Trivela shots really well, really OP. One play style that I think is a must is at least one player with aerial. A lot of good centre-backs have this. Van Dijk has it. Rudiger has it. I genuinely get so many free goals on corners. You can see there my Rudiger has 11 goals in 51 games. And some of those games would be before I really discovered how OP corners were. My friend Jimmy, that we play quite a lot of co-op together, his Rudiger has like 35 goals in about 140 games. So that's like 1 in 4 games we're scoring from a corner. That's pretty insane to get that many goals on average from a centre-back. Van Dijk's even better for it. Having a gold aerial, someone who also has power head as a plus as well, it's going to make a big difference. You're going to score a lot of corners. That makes a big difference getting those easier goals. Dead ball. Mike Grimaldo has got 25, he's got 24 appearances and scored 4. All of those were free kicks. You don't get enough free kicks to score every game, obviously. But Mike Grimaldo, pretty much if he gets a free kick, he's got okay free kick stats, but he has dead ball. Play styles like this honestly make a huge difference. Play styles are probably at the moment, in my opinion, a bit too OP. But what I do really like about them is that it's made a lot more players usable. So make sure when you build your team, you're building them in a certain way. You're getting a mix of things. The female players, some of them are fantastic, but I wouldn't have a whole team of them. You need height in your team. You need strength, physicality as well. Rapid gold, that is absolutely insane. That is one of the best in the game. Technical, that's very, very good. You can always use websites like Footwiz as well just to look at all the players that have all these play styles. What was it I was going to talk about? Objectives. This is more relevant to people who've not spent as much, but still relevant to anyone. Look through the objectives. One, there's some pretty easy ways to get XP towards the season objectives, and the season objectives are actually pretty good. 83 times 10 pack, 85 plus. This one here, 83 times 10 again, 84 times 2. I did the 84 times 5 of that, but there's some pretty good objectives. Do them. If there's some that you basically have to change one player to do it, do them. The XP is good. But what I was going to talk about more was some of the objectives that can get you big packs. Jumbo Rare Players Pack, Rare Player, just for winning 50 Rivals games. Champions, you're going to work towards these obviously anyway. Some of these are pretty good. I'm pretty close to getting a Rare Players Pack for co-op. Assists, some of these, not far off getting that. Finishing, Rare Mega Packs, 250 goals. The first owner, if you can do some of these, they're pretty good. The Evolve, Evolution ones are good. Some of these, I did this one without even, changing my team up. But if some of these could be done if you just put one more player in your team, so keep an eye on those. Moments Mastery, that gets you a Jumbo Rare Player Pack, and it is very, very easy to do. Check out the objectives. Getting these packs that are cheap and very, very easy are going to make a big difference. Another thing, make sure your settings are right. Settings can reset. Make sure you check them fairly regularly. SBCs. Obviously, this is a video all about rivals and how to progress up it. It's somewhat turned... Sometimes I plan my videos out step by step, very specific what I'm going to say. Sometimes I have a good idea of what I say and I end up seeing what happens. Rivals, this has turned into a little bit more of general ultimate team type stuff. But a lot of this advice will make a big difference. In terms of the gameplay, use a good tactic. You can see when it comes to my tactics, I have 2 for my main one. Don't have an ultra defensive. I don't use that at the moment, but I have an ultra offensive to get back into the game. If you check out my tactic videos, I've already put out plenty of tactics for different formations based on how you may want to play. Lots of things you can do to get the most out of it. There is other general advice as well. Like I said, do play co-op if you've got a friend, especially if you've got a friend with a better team. That will help. Try space your games out a bit. Don't just spam 30 games. Not that anyone does that, but yeah, I mean, don't play like 5 to 10 games in a row if you're burning out. Take short breaks. Try not get too stressed with it. Rivals is a good mode with good rewards, and I like it as a concept, but it's very easy to go on tilt and lose a lot of games. Hopefully this video has helped you out. I'm trying to put out as much good content as I can for you guys. If there are any particular videos you do really want to see, please let me know. Appreciate you guys. As always, keep it spicy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.